Cain Velasquez, does he possess, or is he potentially the most dangerous opponent you've faced to date? If you were to compare him to a past opponent, is Shane Carwin far more dangerous? Is Frank Mir more dangerous? Randy Couture?
I think they're all the same. I mean, I don't know. This is the UFC, and everybody's tough. You got to prepare and be well prepared for anything.
I wonder what your reaction's been to all the talk coming out of Cain's camp about he's the best conditioned fighter in MMA, and that the longer the fight goes, the more it's going to favor him.
If his conditioning is that great, I guess we'll see. That's the only thing I ever hear about him, Cain Velasquez's conditioning. But I come from University of Minnesota. I'm an NCAA champion. I mean, you got to be in great condition. You got to be prepared to go 25 minutes. And it'd be very unprofessional for me to come into a championship fight and not being well prepared or in great conditioning. So let's hope it is.
Did you feel in your fight with Heath Herring that obviously you spent a lot of energy throwing a lot of punches at Heath during that fight? It went 15 minutes. Did you feel that you could have gone another 2 rounds at that same pace had you needed to?
Absolutely. From the beginning, we've always trained to go 25 minutes. It's just that's the deadline. You got to go 25 minutes, and so it's very basic. You got to be prepared to go 25 minutes, and that's what we do in camp. Plain and simple.
Brock, James Cebulski from TSN. You seemed pretty humble in your last fight, or afterwards, with Shane Carwin. Just given the health issues that you had over the last year, just the last fight that you had with Shane, do you have almost a different outlook now than training for a fight?
I'm very thankful, yes. Very thankful to be able to fight. I mean, everybody that's sitting up here knows that health in this sport is by far, if you don't have your health, you're not fighting. And that's in any sport, So, I mean, to be healthy and be able to compete twice in 1 year, I mean, that coming from a year ago, it was a year ago this week, I think I had to pull the Carwin fight. And to be from where I went to where I am now, I got a different outlook. Yeah, I'm excited, and I've always been excited to fight, but it's got, it's a great thing.
Any UFC fan that I talked to on my way down here is asking this, so I'll ask you as well. What's with the beard?
I finally just hit puberty, and I just want to try it. It's winter time. I'm going hunting, and I'm proud to be from Minnesota. It's that time of year we just grow beards.
Brock, were you surprised that they put you back in action this quickly?
When I first got the call, I wasn't overly excited about it, because it's been a really crazy year for me. But I mean, you know what? It actually worked out really well because I took a week off and got back into training camp in 14 weeks and was in good shape, and we just kind of moved right into it. So no, I'm happy.
You do feel okay, everything? There's been no negative side effects?
No, I went back to the doctor after the Shane fight. Went back to the doctor and for another checkup, and he said I don't need to see you, for a long time unless you got something. As long as I stick to my diet and I eat clean and everything's been really good.
One real quick, Brock. Shane put you in a pretty bad position there in your last fight, but you showed a lot of resolve, a lot of heart that nobody had really seen out of you before as a fighter. How much did that mean to you to go through something like that, to kind of come through such a difficult situation? How much did that mean to you as a fighter to kind of develop yourself and come along? Because you're still relatively new in the sport.
Well, I mean, we trained in the gym. I mean, to put yourself in uncomfortable positions. Now, that was an uncomfortable position, being underneath of Shane Carwin. Absolutely, you know, I mean, there's a confidence builder. You can look at that both ways. I mean, Shane got on top of me, or you can look at it, you know, I took a good punch and ended up on the ground and got back up and won the fight. So I mean, that's the way I look at it. You know, there's a point in the fight where it was, you know, I was in danger, but I'm glad that it ended the way it did. Built a lot of character, I think. That's all I can say about it, really. Anybody that can, you know, gets down, gets back up, it's a character builder.
Brock, question for you. After UFC 100, the comment in the cage about the sponsor, have you been more successful in terms of, you know, luring some of the big name sponsors like the Bud Light to you, or have you been able to get those kind of endorsements?
Actually, I think Shane Carwin got the Bud Light sponsor.
So what happened?
They probably didn't like my comment. I got great sponsors. Jimmy John sandwiches, Japanese beef jerky, you know, Fusion ammunition. All of my sponsors that I've got are paid to me. My real estate's sold out, so I'm not looking for any more.
Sure.
Just means I charge more for my other ones that I got.
Is Brock Lesnar the strongest Brock Lesnar ever? Do you feel like you are at your prime, or short, or how do you feel?
How do I feel? Do you feel like you're the best, Bob? I think every training camp I get better. You know, even going up against Shane, every single fight. I mean, I haven't had any easy fights, that's for sure. You know, so I mean, every fight has been a huge challenge for me. And Kane, yeah, he's a challenge, but I mean, every fight seems like it's getting every opponent. Yeah, but like I said, everybody in the UFC, there's not one guy under contract that isn't a tough son of a bitch. You know?
Plus the heavyweight division's never been this stacked. And like Brock's saying, all these guys that are in the heavyweight division right now are tough guys, man. The heavyweight division is crazy right now. You know, if let's say he beat Cain Velasquez, or Cain Velasquez beats him, you know, then one of them's gonna have to fight Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The heavyweight division is nasty.
Well, with respect to Dana, I guess a lot of people talk about you being the face of the UFC. Is that the responsibility that you like or appreciate, or is it something that you pay no attention to?
I do. I mean, this is a business for me, you know, and I mean, I think we've got a good business relationship, and I don't make it any more complicated than it really has to be. I just train for fights, and that's really how I like to do it. I just want to fight, you know, and I guess it's been good.
I wonder if you could articulate specifically how much better you got after having trained with Randy Couture, and how much better you've been now after having trained with Pat Barrett.
Well, that's one good thing about our camp. We try to bring in people that are going to, you know, make you better, and I don't, you know, just want a bunch of punching bags that are laying around the gym, and you know, everybody that we bring in, all of my partners are very good, you know, and I appreciate every one of them. Bring a guy like Randy in, and Pat Barry, and somebody that poses different looks, you know, somebody that puts me out of my comfort zone every single day. That's going to make you better. I mean, if you stay in your stride and you never trip and fall, you never get better, I believe, as an athlete. So you have to constantly practice and be uncomfortable in your workouts to improve in the octagon.